Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from Jowlurk. This is their model number A8 1080p native mini home theater projector with 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz dual band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.3, and mirroring function for your phones or tablet devices. We're going to dig into this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's take a look at everything that you get in the box. You get a user manual for the A8, and this is a nice user manual written in English, not micro print. You're not going to need a magnifying glass to read this. It's going to show you what is included in the box. It's going to show you all your port layouts, your remote control layouts, and of course how to hook this up via wired or wireless settings. This does include Wi-Fi, so you can hook it up to your Wi-Fi. Does have Bluetooth as well, so you can hook up Bluetooth speakers. Here are some tech specs on this. Now it's native 1080p. Does support 4K file playback though, and this is actually a very, very small unit at 180 by 134 by 69.5 millimeters. So this is a very small, compact unit. You can have a 40 or 33 inch screen up to a 200 inch screen with this unit as well. Now included, of course, we get our power cable here. It's going to be a two-prong to two-prong power cable for plugging in the unit. There is no internal battery, so you will have to keep it plugged in. You do get a legacy AV cable here if you have older devices that use the red and white for sound, and of course the yellow for video. You do get a couple Q-tips here for cleaning your setup if you need to. You can clean the lens with that, or just use a lens cleaner. They do include a full HDMI cable here as well for hooking up a game console, a PC, a laptop, anything that takes HDMI. We do have a full-featured remote here. This remote has electronic focus on it because this does feature electronic focus. You see the F- and F+, which is a nice feature to have. You can do this right from the remote. It has all of your normal things like volume controls, your source. Does take two AAA batteries that are not included, so just make sure that you have a few on hand. Now again, let's take a look at this mini projector, and it is mini. You can see the size is very compact, which I like. It's a great space saver, easy to take with you if you need to. You've got a lens on here that again is capable of 1080p native. You do have on the sides some venting, and on the back a speaker. You do have your IR LED and of course your DC input, some more venting there. We do have some ports here on this side. We do have a 3.5 millimeter audio output. We do have that AV input, a full HDMI port, and a full USB Type A port for USB file playback. On the top we do have a adjustment for our keystone, and then all of our buttons here for navigating and selecting powering on the unit if you don't want to use the included remote. We have 4 feet on the bottom to hold this in place, and we do have a spot for a tripod mount as well. So that's the unboxing of the Jowlurk A8 mini projector. Okay, so once you get this fired up, you do have our main screen here. It's going to have some settings, HDMI, USB, AV on the bottom right. We're going to see options for Wi-Fi. This does 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. We also have Bluetooth at Bluetooth version 5.3 for external Bluetooth devices such as headsets or speakers, and screen mirroring in the middle. Now if we go to picture mode here, you can see that we have standard, but we also have other options like dynamic, mild, and user. Now, if we put it in user, we can change the contrast, brightness, color, and sharpness. We can also adjust the color temperatures here from medium to cool to warm. So you can adjust this to whatever you personally like. You do have the rotation. So if you're going to mount this maybe on the ceiling or something like that, you can easily mount this and change the rotation. Now we can reduce the display by up to 50%. And this helps with having a smaller space that you need to project on. You can go all the way down to 50% of the display if you do need to. So we're going to leave the picture mode at a normal or user, which is going to be standard here, and just for the testing. Now, what we have across the board is the same thing with sound standard, but we do have other options as well that will allow us to kind of change how it sounds: movie, music, sports, and user. If we go into user, we can adjust the treble and the bass. You also have an option to adjust the balance there, left or right if you wish. We do have a sleep timer here, anywhere from 10 minutes all the way to 240 minutes. If you want to put a sleep timer on, we can have this auto sleep as well, 3 hours, 4 hours, or 5 hours. So if you do want it to go to sleep after that time, you can. And we have an OSD timer here, and this OSD timer will allow you to turn off, never 5 seconds, 10 seconds, all the way up to 30 seconds for the OSD. Moving on over to the options, you do have language which you can change. Bluetooth, of course, if we want to. We can change the Bluetooth settings to on and then pair up a headset or external Bluetooth devices. You can factory reset, software update via USB, and once you're hooked up to your Wi-Fi, you can do over-the-air upgrades. I already have the most updated firmware version, so I don't need to do that. Okay, so let's take a look at screen mirroring. This offers iOS, Android screen mirroring, depending on what devices you have. It also has a button for network settings, which will take you to your Wi-Fi settings, and mine is already hooked up, so I'm good to go there. Now I have Android devices, so I'm going to hook up my Android device. I have a S24 Ultra, and it uses Smart View. Each Android maker has its own casting software. For Samsung, it is Smart View, and you can see that it'll start to connect here, and it'll just take a few moments to do so, and it does so pretty quickly. And then once we're up and running, you'll notice that we have a fairly good color reproduction here, and with that dual band Wi-Fi, we don't have too many issues with slowdowns or anything like that. You can see we can swipe through quite clearly here, and everything works pretty well. Screen mirroring is a great option to have if you want to watch YouTube videos or videos that you've taken with your device. If you're going to watch copyrighted material such as Netflix or Prime Video, you're going to have to plug something in like a Roku or a Fire Stick to the HDMI port, because streaming does not support protected content, so just keep that in mind. Now for the playback test, I do have a video file that I captured on my PC at 4K resolution. This is just me playing Fortnite from my PC. So let's play this back. You can hear the speakers and of course the overall setup from this device at all standard or settings out of the box. Okay, so that was just a little short test to show you exactly what's going on here with the standard settings. Everything on normal, standard, nothing enhanced, no brightness or contrast increases. You can, of course, do that, but even out of the box, it's got a nice and bright picture, good colors. You can see that we've got several options here for fast forwarding, playback, and everything right here. And what I do like about this projector is if you notice the corners, they don't get fuzzy or dark, which is also a plus here as well. And the sound for the smaller unit is enough to drown out most, if not all, of the fan noise that comes from the device. Okay, so that's my review of the Jowlurk A8 Mini, a native 1080p home theater projector. The things I like about this are the dual band Wi-Fi. You get 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. You get Bluetooth 5.3 for hooking up either Bluetooth headphones or external speakers, although the little speaker that is inside this unit does a decent job. Now, the good thing about this is that it is a very small projector, so portability is there and space saving is there as well. And the out-of-the-box experience without changing any contrast or brightness has good colors and looks very nice out of the box. Overall, I think Jowlurk did a great job on the A8, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.